Om Ashato Ma Sadgamaya Tamasho Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityurma Amritam Gamaya Avirabir Mairi Rudro Yatte Dakshinam Mukham Te Namang Pahi Nityam Te Namang Pahi Nityam Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. O Lord, lead us from the real, lead us from darkness to light, lead us from death to immortality, and evermore shine in our hearts with your resplendent face. Oh, peace, peace, peace be unto us all. So we missed 2 classes, and we are here back again on the Shanti Gita, that Gita song of peace. We are on the 4th chapter, and we read up to verse number 11. Today we will start with 12. But before that, we want to go back a little to recapitulate. This chapter started with the question of Arjuna that Maya is non-existence, it is false. Then how its work is so much important and is so real. So it is impossible. And in response, Sri Bhagavan Krishna said, what he said that everything is seen. We in our day-to-day life, practical life, we see many things, but which are not there. We see, but it is a false see. Like that, the example, we see the snake in a rope, and that creates our fear. That was the verse we went through. We see some silver in the pearl, in a oyster. Sometimes we see the water in the desert. So these are all, because we see does not mean that is true. It happens in our realistic life. So this Maya also looks like that it is so real, but it is all non-real. It is like sapnavat, it is like dream-like. When we observe the dreams, it appears to be real and real. And it is, but it is as if it is the conscious self itself, but it is shining because of the real nature behind, the consciousness behind. So this condition continues, tat-tattvajñaḥ māyā. For a person of wisdom, tat-tattva, Maya is misha. This Maya is false. Agga satyam vijanati. The ignorant people like us, they think, they feel it is true and true only. And not only they know true, ignorant people gets tat-karjena vimohito. They get bewildered by the play of this Maya, as we all. Everything in this universe is so real, and we cry and weep and we smile. We have our excitement and depression and suppression, and all these things go on. If it is not real, why you will go? Why you will feel all these things? That means it is the play of Maya. Maya is so powerful that though it is not there, but to the ignorant people, it is there. And not only it is there, its impact is tremendous, even its effects are tremendous. Then the seventh verse says, prabuddha tattasya tu purna bodhe na sattamaya nava karyamanna asya. Those who have been awakened in the consciousness of the self, purna bodhe, the full awakening of consciousness, sattva na sattamaya. Maya is not sattva. Maya is not true. And not only not its effect, this affect the world, the air, the height, fire, the water, this blossoming of the flowers, this deadly earthquake or havoc, whatever. These are not true. Tamastasya karjam masatya sarvam. As like it is like in darkness, and in darkness people are afraid of so many things. But when bhanu prakasha, when the sunlight comes, then all the fear goes away. All our fear in darkness happens when you are dreaming, yes, but someone comes and puts a bright light and you woke up, where the dream vanishes, where the frightening thing goes away. It cannot stay when in presence of the bright light. So the bright light of wisdom, when it comes, this ignorance will automatically dissolve. So we read up to verse number 8, akarma karmano vedam, and the essence of the special. Now, Arjuna now again putting questions. He's putting this question on verse number 8. Akarma karmano vedam puroktam jattaya hare tat-tattvajñaḥ surang jad vishesham kathayodhuna. Now, you narrate again the essence of the special and very secret knowledge of what? What is called action and actionless, karma and akarma.
Why this knowledge
that was mentioned by you in the past.
Why the knowledge is always being said secret?
This knowledge is secret because we are here, we are not having the knowledge. We are having the knowledge of potato, rice, yeah, rasagulla, of the potato or the pancake or this cake and that cake. Everything is there. That knowledge is there, but it's Brahman, we do not have the knowledge. That's why it is secret. It is here, but not here. For us, it is not. Only those who have can penetrate that veil of secret, then they realize it. The magician shows all the magic. To the magician, it is a trick. For us, we are all fools. We are aggo. The knowledge is there with the magician, but we all, the observers, we are all bewildered by the Maya. So this is the reason. So, what is then his question is that you have told me what is karma and what is akarma, what is action and what is actionless state. But I forgot. Please tell me again. In that response, Bhagavan Vasudeva, Sri Krishna, he said in the verse number 9, karmani akarma ja paśyet. This is the Bhagavad Gita class verse also the exact same. Karmani akarma ja paśyet jaduktam kuru nandana sinushava hito vidvan tat-tattvajñaḥ vadāmite. So, O Kuru Nandana, O son of Kuru, that is the Arjuna, I will elaborate on the meaning of what was mentioned previously. I told you in the Bhagavad Gita. So, seeing the inaction, in action, in action, in action, in action, in action, to see in action. Understand? In all activity, in the tremendous activity, see, there is no activity. That means what? This world is always active. Every human being is moving active. Trees, plants, all are active. who can see no action there. That means Brahman. Brahman is actionless. That means simple thing is that you can see Brahman in this multifarious projected universe. That is the karmaṇi. In karma, seeing non-action. Karmaṇi, in the karma, you do everything. Just the jñānī say, I don't do anything. But the Vāsdev and the gopis crossing the Yamuna river story, Ramakrishna said. And Vāsdev was standing on the bank of Yamuna, and the lady said, "Oh Vyasa, please make a way for us to go back home because there is no boat. And how can we cross?" Then he said, "Okay, I'm hungry, feed me." So they all gave various milk products, what they have in their stock. And he ate everything. And then after eating, stood before the Mother Jamuna with folded palms, said, "Oh Mother Jamuna, if I have not eaten anything, then you make a way for us." And Mother Jamuna parted, and the sandy bed came out, and all the gopis and the Vyasa walked over it. So,
But the one who said that I am hungry, that one is not the same one, right?
that one worked with the ego sense, and here he says, in myself, I have not eaten. Yes, I ate, this is the body ate. But I am not that body. He is established in that knowledge. That is the paśyet. If he says, I am Brahman. So therefore I have not eaten anything. So it is two mode and two identification. One with the body identity, he says, I am hungry. Feed me. In a transactional world. But in his heart of heart, he knows he is not eating, it is the body eating. Actually, tell me, who you say, I ate. What you eat? You don't eat. You give food to the panchabhuta. The body consumes them. So what you do? You said, I ate. I is something standing behind the eating affair. It is always that. You dreamt. You are not identified with the dream, but you think that you are identified. The seeing that I is separate, that is the karmaṇi, akarma, paśyet. One who sees inaction in action. Now 10th verse also we read and 11th also read. So what 10th verse says? Bhavati śvapne jat karma svayaṃ na kartita paśyeti akarma buddha san na saṅghāṃ na phalam yata. So what does it say? There is no doership with any activity that occurs in the dream for a sleeping person. Suppose you are sleeping. In dream you are running. Your body is lying down. So body does not do anything. Your mind is running there. So similarly, the body functions, Atman does not do anything. As like in the dream, a sleeping person, there is no doership. The body lies down, this body does not say, I do anything. But the mind goes, mind runs in the dream. In dream body, drives a car, moves here, there, talks to people, action, all action going on. While this body, which is normally now working, it is dead, it is not functional. So this is the position. There is no doership with any activity that occurs in the dream from a sleep person. Because when he wakes up, he sees no association with activity, not the result of the activity. Suppose a dream person, I was dreaming, and in dream I went to New York, or I went to Sydney, or I went to Rome. You can go anywhere. But your body didn't do anything, body is lying there in the bed. So similarly, Here is the question: the no-doer, see with the activity, there is no doership with any activity that occurs in the dream. In the dream, you may fly in the sky, you may go by plane, you can go into the ocean, you can swim there, you can do all types of activity. But this body, it does not do anything. It is realistically every day we experience. Because when he wakes up, he sees there is no association with the activity of dream, nor its result, good or bad result. Nothing connects with the physical body. Similarly, here it happens that Atman remains unchanged, unaffected. The body, mind functions. 11th verse, that's also we read. Swapna-vyaparo mithyatvat na satyam karma tat-phalam ato akarma iva tat-karma dastanti kamatasrinu. Swapna-vyaparo mithyatvat. The dream affair, you are asking, dream affair is totally mithyā, unreal. Totally mithyā. Because when you saw, it was there. Now it is a memory. Where is its existence? Even that happened, your body was not actively participating in that. Your subtle body was participating. Your mind was participating, not you. So, you as Atman, of course you have not. Even if you look at the physical body is not participating. The mental body was working on that. So, it says, because of the unreality of the dream affairs, therefore the action and its result, good or bad, seen in the dream, what you saw, you hit somebody or somebody hit you, you got wounded, you are bleeding. But this, all you wake up, where is the bleeding? Or where is you hit somebody, where is that? So everything disappears. So that means it is not real. Not real. Therefore, the action in the dream is really non-action. So whatever you did in the dream, actually you didn't do. Because if you have done, its impact should be on your life. You may say, some dream remains in my mind. I still now remember that dream. That's an exceptional case where identification is more, or the reaction was so deep that it makes a deeper impression in the mind. But it's mind, nothing else. And whatever you are thinking, that's also mind. In real life also. In real life, what I do now, it is action. Just tomorrow, it will be just nothing. It's only some interaction of 5 elements. Nothing has happened. I was unaffected today, I will be unaffected tomorrow. But identification, creating that misconception with this work and its results, good and bad.
What about spiritual dreams?
Spiritual dream also dream. In the ultimate sense, spiritual dream also dream. A good dream. But in samadhi, there is no spiritual dream. Spiritual things are also, it is seeing. So long you see through the mind. Darker mind, baser mind shows us frightening things, sensual things, this, that. When the mind becomes improved, it shows divine things, divine dreams, gods, goddesses. You can think of Christ, Buddha, Rama, Krishna, or Holy Mother, this, that. It's a dream. It's mind. Without mind, you cannot see anything. But it is a better mind, purer mind. And then purer. When you reach the purest, then nothing is there. Where is God? Where is Goddess? Where is anybody? What is wrong? What is right? Where is you? Where is anything? It is all but Brahman, nothing else. Absolute truth is only Brahman. and Brahman alone, nothing else. So there, then the ultimate sense, this divine dream is good for us because it is inspirational for us. If we see, we think, my mind will be lifted. But from the ultimate standpoint, this is a dream. It has no ultimate reality. Even Ramakrishna said, not according to your Vedanta. He said, he who is Rama, he who is Krishna, he is Ramakrishna. That's it. When you accept this mental state and thing. But not according to your Vedanta. Your Vedanta, this avatar, incarnation, gods, goddesses, all under the spell of Maya. In the tamas expression, rajas expression, and sattvic expression. It's all Maya, that's all. So, inaction, that's why the example has been given, because of the unreality of dream, the action, whatever action you did in the dream, it is not affecting you, because it is not done by you, it is a dream mind did that. Dream mind calculated this, dream mind saw that, and dream mind rejected that. Dream mind felt the terrible pain. And so dream mind which created the dream body, in that dream body you felt that pain. That means it is a dream body only. So there is nothing reality. That's why it is called, all the whole world is monakalpitam. It's a mental imagery. Everything we are doing now, ultimate sense, in a higher sense, is all mental. And we are all mental. We are perceiving the world according to our own context of our mind.
Mind itself is imagination.
Mind's characteristic is imagination. Mind means it imagines.
There is no such thing like mind.
What?
There is no such thing like mind.
Who are talking then?
When you are talking,
That's the point.
time.
That's the point. If it's transcendental point, then don't talk. No, why are you saying mind? No mind, no talk, no person, no question, no answer. That's a state. But so long you are not there, his mind is there. And mind, we are only trying to transcend the tamas mind to rajas mind to sattva mind and go beyond mind. And so long you are the mind, yes, it appears like. That's why it said it appears, not really true. Now, let us start today. This is the preamble to such little time. So now, verse number 12. saṅghātyair māyikair karma, saṅghātyair māyikair karma, vyavahāras laukikaḥ, vyavahāras laukikaḥ, māyā-nidrā-vaśāt-svapnam, māyā-nidrā-vaśāt-svapnam, anṛtaṃ sarvaṃ anṛtaṃ sarvam. Anṛtaṃ means mithyā, unreal. Sarvam, everything is unreal. Saṅghātyair māyikair, because of the association with the Maya, karma, vyavahāras laukikaḥ. The laukik, the transactional world, interaction is going on. And this is due to māyā-nidrā-vaśāt, due to sleep. We are all sleeping in Maya. Māyā-nidrā-vaśāt-svapnam. And we are seeing dream. That's why this waking state is called a daydream. And we are familiar with a night dream. But this is the daydream. Daydream every day is changing. Yesterday's situation is not today's situation. So it is because of the mind. The same incident happening and people view it one way or the other. 10 people in the same incident will react 10 different ways. Why? Incident is the same. 10 people's reactions are different. 10 mind is viewing that same event. That's why, because 10 people are seeing 10 ways, so it is mithyā. There is only one reality which appears, that is the truth. So saṅghātyair māyikair karma. Saṅghātyair because of the association with the cosmic illusion Maya. Karma, vyavahāras, that transactional activity, and laukikaḥ, the worldly behavior and actions, all māyā-nidrā-vaśāt, due to the influence of the Maya sleep. Swapnam, anṛtaṃ, it is like dream. It is anṛtaṃ, it is false, unreal. Everything what you see is unreal. It's a too high a state to think about. This whole world is dream. Your head will reel how much you talk. To understand that is very difficult unless mind is not pure. We cannot catch that.
So can we say that we're all dreaming now?
Yeah, this is a dream. This is a bigger dream. And this is called the. In night time you dream with your own mind. Your own mind. Now this dream, two mind is working. One is cosmic mind. Cosmic mind plan, this is the sun, this is the moon, this will be the earth, this will rotate, all this cosmic mind's plan going on. And I am seeing that because my mind has another existence, I am viewing the same thing in my own way. But when you dream, your dream is your dream, my dream is my dream. You are creating your world, I am creating my world. And creating your world, you are enjoying it or you are crying. You are the producer, you are the script writer, you are the actor, you are the actress. You have become the road, your mind has become the road, your mind has become the car, your mind has become your friend, your mind has become the enemies, your mind has become the rasagulla food, ice cream. Your mind has become the water, drinking water. Your mind has become the fight in the dream. Everything is your mind, your mind, your mind, your mind. Nothing, no one enters there. Because everyone is engaged in their own dream. So that we understand. The waking up, I say, oh, it is a dream. No, most of the time it is dream. Dream means it has no value. It's unreal. But this is true. Why this is true? Because it is God's plan. God has planned the universe and God has become everyone. In your dream, you become everything, no? You act in every role. You have been beaten by somebody. You have created that person who is beating you. The stick you have given, that's your mind, you have given that. There's no two person, only you, only you. Just think in this way, how one becomes many and how the fun of suffering and enjoyment comes there. So this is called the individual ignorance, individual mind's production. And this, what I am now, the cosmic mind's production, in which my mind is also active. That's why it's called double projection. Ishvara Srishta Dvaita, Jīvaḥ Srishta Dvaita. In the Panchadashi, there are these two terms. The duality created by Ishvara, the Lord of creation, as your mind is in your dream. Your mind is producing everything, creator of the entire dream. You get frightened or you get happy. Whatever your heart palpitates, it is you have created everything. There is no third party there. This also created by the cosmic Purusha, we call Brahman with Maya, and created this entire universe. God has created the sun. No. Someone may like the sun, someone may dislike the sun. If I am cold, I will like the sun. If someone is feeling warm, then it will be not pleasant. So this is the point. Problem is that it is God created and we project double projection. Like the sun's rays fall on a wall. That's a general projection. No? This, if I keep a mirror, I catch this rays of light and I focus there. The wall will be double reflected. No? It's a double reflection. Now it's double reflection. God has created the one world and I am projecting my reflection on that also. That's why the same person becomes loved by one, hated by other. Because everyone's mind is active there. This is all, ultimately, this is all the play. And when the mind will be perfectly pure, then one will see God everywhere. With God's creation, then it's all fun. That's why Ramakrishna says everything is mother. There is nothing but mother. The world, even the leaf does not move without the will of God. They see God playing everywhere. So what is this then? The 12th verse, saṅghātyair māyikair. Because of the association with this māyā, this karma, our action, which is laukikaḥ and vyavahāras, transactional and worldly activities, it is all happening. Why? Māyā-nidrā-vaśāt. Because we are all sleeping under the spell of Maya. And svapnam, that's why we are dreaming. And this is anṛtaṃ, it is mithyā, it is non-existent, it is non-real. All that we see, it is unreal. So because of the association with the cosmic illusion Maya, action and the transactions are all worldly. Everything is verily dreamlike and unreal, as everything is under the influence of the sleep of cosmic ignorance known as Maya. sābhāsāhaṅkṛtir jīvaḥ 13. sābhāsāhaṅkṛtir jīvaḥ kartā bhoktā cha tatra kartā bhoktā cha tatra jñānī nidrāyāḥ jñānī nidrāyāḥ sarvam niścayī sarvam niścayī sarvam niścayī sarvam niścayī. Sābhāsāhaṅkṛtir, reflection along with the ego. See, think of a reflection theory is this. Suppose there is sun and there are, say, 10 pots and filled with water. So you see 10 reflections. Sun is only one. So you see the reflection. And the reflection may be with different colors also. One may be blue, another may be red, another may be white, simple fresh water. So, sābhāsāhaṅkṛtir, reflection along with the ego. Here is the ego. It is reflected. The body is like body is like a pot. And mind is like a lake. Mind is like water. And there is a reflection. The same sun reflects, but according to the mind, condition of the mind, reflection will be seen differently. Sābhāsāhaṅkṛtir jīvaḥ. Jiva, individual soul, is the reflection in the pot. Simple one pot, and you see, and then its movement, then I am the doer, that concept comes, because here is the lighted reflection of the sun or the moon or whatever. Kartā, bhoktā, tatra. There is the, I am the owner, I am the master, I am enjoying the suffering, I am experiencing the joy. All these concepts come over there. Jñānī, but for the wise one, the person who has attained knowledge, for the wise one, prabuddhaḥ, who has wake up from sleep. That means sleep of ignorance, sleep of Maya. Then what happened? Sarvam mithyā iti niścayī. Sarvam mithyā. To that awakened soul, everything is mithyā. These spots, reflections are mithyā. Real is the sun above, and that sun is everywhere. So that will be the conviction. So again and again they are hammering on the same point, that whatever we see in this world with name and form, these are the play of Maya, ignorance, and because of our clouded mind, because of our confused mind, it gives an appearance of the reality as true, as real, but it is not. To the awakened soul, that's why the jīvaḥ muktas, to those people whose photograph is on the wall, these people, for them, this world is not real the way I see it. They are real as Brahman, not as the object of our liking, disliking, object which we favor, which we disfavor. It's not, it's beyond that. So the running translation of the verse number 13 goes like this. The individual self, this individual self, small self, is a reflection along with what is there, I have our ego, our intellect, our emotions. So it is like that. Jīvaḥ, we call it jīvaḥ. Thereupon, it is verily the doer, because it is the reflection. Then I comes, and I do, I enjoy, I suffer. Therefore, doer, enjoyer comes. For this reason, the wise person who is awakened from the sleep is convinced that everything is unreal. For this reason only, there should not be any ego, there should not be any intelligence. It is the cosmic intelligence, not your intelligence. We have no intelligence. In the dream body, just dream body is a great example. You remember in the dream body how many people you saw in the dream? All their brain, all their functioning, all their action is dictated by your mind. And you are also working there. So is it all real? No, because it is all your mind orchestrating the entire drama there. So all are false, because it is all mind, not yourself. And mind is always changing. That's why you cannot say mind. Mind is true. Mind would have been true if it is steady all the time. Mind never steady. Tonight you see one dream, tomorrow you see another dream. Even in one night you see so many dreams. Each is different. The mind is so fickle. It's so whimsical. But by spiritual practice we make it concentrated, focused, and then focusing means purified, and then mindless. Highest mind means mind when pure. Pure means what?
If my mind gets focused, then I can get the same dream every night.
Oh, that is, dream is not the question. Mind is focused in one word. What
you say that mind is so fickle, so that is why we see.
So you focus where? If you focus in anything, you will see that type of dream. But if you focus on God, then you will see God's dream. If you focus on Brahman, you will feel that you are infinite light and consciousness. And then mind dies and then you become what you are. Where you concentrate? All the scientists, they are concentrating on their object of science. So everyone, a writer is concentrating on his writing. A singer is concentrating on his song. A player, tabla player or a instrumental, they're focusing on that and they're getting that, then they live in that world. So there is a different world altogether. Music world is a different world. And they can live in they forget about what is going on here. They don't care about that. And they don't remember at all. So now the same concentrated mind, if one gives in God, then godly things will happen. That's also Maya. And then go on, go on, go on. When it will only be so pure that it will be only in Brahman. And Brahman and this who was meditating, they become identified. Then it becomes the only reality. And that is that. Their mind is also dead. Mind, mana, amana bhavati. At that state of experience, mind become mindless. That means there is no mind. Mind, how long you call a person a cook, so long that person is cooking. When he does not cooking, he doesn't do the work of cooking, why shall you say cook? If someone is driving, you call him a driver. When he is not driving, why do you say driver? So all are associated with the actions and whatever the activity. So the mind does not do the function of mind. What is the function of the mind? Function of the mind is what? Vacillation. Shall I do? Shall I not do? Shall I go? Shall I not go? Shall I eat? Shall I not eat? So always the confusion. And when it stops that confusion, then what do you call mind? A thief was stealing something. And when he understands that it's bad and give up. So why do you call his thief anymore? Because he is no more the mind, same mind. So mind, pure Atman is the same. Ramakrishna said, pure mind, pure intellect, and pure Atman is the same. There is no such distinction. Okay? Now the next verse. Karmani akarma paśyet sa. Karmani akarma paśyet sa. Svayaṃ sākṣi-svarūpataḥ. sākṣi-svarūpataḥ. jñānābhimāninas tat-tattvajñaḥ. jñānābhimāninas jñānābhimāninas tatra karmaṇi avasthitaḥ. tatra karmaṇi avasthitaḥ. Tatra karmaṇi, giving up all karmas, avasthitaḥ, they remain. They don't function anymore. They don't get involved into action anymore. So, karmani akarma paśyet. One who sees karmani in all actions, sees you, the Brahma-jnānī or a knower of truth sees that everyone is working. But he sees that his body-mind working. It's like robots. Behind is the energy, Satchidananda, the consciousness. It's a consciousness only. All are false because like robots function. A robot has no existence without the consciousness put behind, or the energy put behind. So similarly, these are all robots. Jñānī sees it is all consciousness only. The robots are functioning. But this is unreal. There is no meaning. So karmani akarma, paśyet, svayaṃ sākṣi-svarūpataḥ. Who is himself thinks, I am the eternal witness of everything. Sākṣi-svarūpataḥ. Being the witness of everything, he is detached from everything and he sees the in action. In Brahman, he sees Brahman in all actions. jñānābhimāninas, those who are identified with knowledge, I am a knower of truth. Abhimani means who identify like that. To agga, they are ignorant people. tat-karma-kṛt karmaṇi avasthita. tat-karma-kṛt 14. Karmani in action, akarma, non-action. Paśyet, one can see, saw that person, svayaṃ himself, sākṣi-svarūpataḥ, witnessed by one's essential nature. He becomes the witness like, no? jñānābhimāninas, the one that takes the pride in their knowledge, to what? Agga, ignorant. tat-karma-kṛt, renouncing karma actions, avasthitaḥ, they remain. That means they are fools who give up karma. Those who give up karma, they are fools because they have to do the work and give beyond. He who can see in action is himself the witness by his essential nature. But people who have the pride in their knowledge are pride, they are ignorant. Renouncing all duties, they just remain idle. And there are some people who say, I am Brahman, so what am I to do? Sleep, eat. And that's a very dangerous Vedantic explanation. Spirituality does not make you a dull person, idle person. It is the most active person at the highest level, at the same time calm and serene, because they know the truth. So, he who can see in action, suppose anyone can see in this action, tremendous activity of the world, there is one non-changing, unchanging consciousness. Then that person becomes the witness. He becomes the big witness, big observer, witness. He stays in that witness consciousness. He does not get involved into anything. He observes everything, the witness. But people who have the pride, that means Pandits, the scholars, I understand that story. There was a Bhagavat Pandit, Ramakrishna said, and he used to come to a king and he used to give a lesson and ask, "Oh king, do you understand?" Every day. Then the king used to say, "First you understand." And it continued. One day, Pandit says, "Yes, I have understood now." That means, who has the ego, I understand, he does not understand. In the Upanishad is there. He who says that I know, he does not know. Because he is talking from the ego standpoint. And who does not, who says I do not know anything, he knows. Of course, we have to make a distinction between a dull person and a highly illumined person. Ramakrishna, you go, you ask him, will he say, I know everything? What he says? I am the dust of the bhoktas, I do not know anything. No? See? And he is the knower of Brahman, par excellence, and all that following all the traditions. But a little glimpse of light, one day somebody has seen a little bit in meditation. I will go to preach the whole world. I will write a book tomorrow. They get it really. They started writing books. Because he has done everything, because he has seen one glimpse of light one day. Or that is hallucination, who knows? But Ramakrishna, he is going to people, simply going to people because they call upon God. And he's saying, what do you think about God? Huh? He's asking them a question. He's a student. And then when situation comes, discussion in the course, he expresses his thoughts. But it is no ego there. But those who think, I know, he does not know anything. Matam yasya navedasa in the Kathopanishad is there. That he who says that he knows, he does not know. He who says, I do not know, he knows. So that means scholarly thing is not the knowing. It is the experience. Actually, he who sees in action, all activities going on. You see, it is the body-mind functioning. The consciousness does not do anything. Wi-Fi connection is everywhere. Because of the Wi-Fi, your computer is working and you see so many things. What not? Music, dance, singing, writing, lecture, what not? Everything, the whole world is there. Wi-Fi does not jump. It is there. That's all. Because of that, everything is functioning. But who sees the Wi-Fi? We see the computer is working. When you are in trouble, then you search for password. But before that, it is available. So God has no password. So it has, password is there if you want to see, but functionality is going on. Everyone's functioning. My body is functioning, mind functioning. A baby born today, his mind and body will be functioning. A crawling one, he has given free Wi-Fi, no money, no tax for that, no charge. But who sees that that reality? That is the inaction. Inaction means unmoving, absolute, unchanging reality. That is Brahma. So he who can see in action in himself, the witness he becomes the witness by his essential nature. But people who have pride in their knowledge, they are ignorant. Renouncing all duties, they sometimes foolishly give up all activities and they remain idle. In the Upanishad says, they say, Isha-vasyam midagvasharvai yatkincha jagatyam jagata. In this jagat, in this world, what is changeable, give up that and cover everything with the consciousness. Isha. Even if you live for 100 years like this, do engage yourself in action, not in inaction. For the general people, these are the finest people who can see God everywhere. Seeing the inaction, actionlessness. That is seeing Brahman. First Upanishad, the parts of the Isha Upanishad says, you cover your entire world with this vision. It's all consciousness. And jagatyam, jagat, that which is changing in the world, reject that, throw away that. This is don't look at the action, go to the inaction aspect of it. Do this, try this. But if you have not reached that point, don't make yourself a fool by thinking, I know everything. Therefore, engage yourself in action and purify yourself gradually, and reach that point ultimately. So this is very scientific, mentioned in the Upanishads also. 15th verse. Pratyavayad bhavid bhogaha, pratyavayad bhavid bhogaha. jñānī karma tamiccati, jñānī karma tamiccati, uddeshyam sarva-vedānāṃ, uddeshyam sarva-vedānāṃ, yat-phalam kṛtsna-karmaṇām, yat-phalam kṛtsna-karmaṇām. 15th verse. Pratyabhayat, acquiring sin due to the lapse of obligatory duties. Bhavet. If you don't do work, you think that you are a jñānī, I am a Vedanta, and give up all karma, and be idle, then you will incur sin. You will not progress in spiritual life. That's why karma is very important, purifying agent. So pratyabhayat, acquiring sin, why? Due to lapse of obligatory duties. You are not performing your obligatory duties. Oh yes, that story, that guru and disciple. So a new man came to join a monastery, and he was inquiring, so if I join, what am I to do? So he asked, what an novitiate will do when he comes. Then he came to know that he will have to do so many chore works from morning till night, no? Collect the firewood from the jungle, make a dough in the breakfast, prepare the breakfast and these, and then for lunch, and then try to serve your guru, and try to do your meditation and prayer and study and all this. List after list. And then he asked us, what is the other work of the teacher? The teacher only eats, sleeps, and then he gives some advice. So he said, why not make me first a guru? Why to take so much trouble? So guru is easy then. So that is the point. It is idle position is nothing. It does not lead anyone to the inactions. Idle means inaction. He does not do anything. No. But it is not so. Idle means mind will see that oneness. That is the. So pratyabhayat, they are acquiring sin due to the lapse of obligatory duties. Bhavet, might happen. And then what will happen? Bhogaha, pleasure or pain will come. Jñānī, the wise one, karma-tamiccati, the action that is desired. Uddeshyam, the purpose of this, sarva-vedānāṃ, all the Vedas, the purpose of all the Vedas. The Vedas, all the Vedas talk about the purpose, yat-phalam, that result. Kṛtsna-karmaṇām, those who have finished with karma, all their karmas, they have finished. That means Vedas are talking about this knowledge to those people who have finished their karma. The basic part is karma. Karma-kanda, that's why Vedas also. Karma-kanda, jnana-kanda. Those who have not finished with their karma-kanda, and the first ritualistic or practicing activity, selfless activity and all these things, they jump into the knowledge part, they make a mistake. Because mind is not pure. For purification, you need to go through this struggle. So the 15th verse says, one experiences pleasure and pain by not performing obligatory duties. What is ordained, this duty, we have to go through the work. A wise person likes those type of Vedic injunctions regarding action, whose end result, phalam, and the goal, uddeshyam, is reaching the state attainable only after completing all types of karma. That means don't expect this state we are seeing in karma, akarma. Gita also, this exactly that same explanation has been given. No one can reach the state of akarma without performing karma. That means we are all have to do work. That's why Arjuna was forced by Bhagavan Krishna to engage in the work. Your duty, your responsibility, you do that, and then you go beyond karma. Through the karma, beyond karma. That's first sakārma, with desire, karma starts with that. Then niścayī, selfless karma, I don't want anything, I do for God, for the pleasure of God. And then beyond, give up the karma. Karma will drop. Ramakrishna started his mother's puja, karma, in the priestly duty, plucking flowers, making sandal paste, our everyday, all the so many things have to be done every day. How long it takes, no? So he did, and with that he practiced his prayer and this and that, and showed the world that to cry and say, "Oh mother, you are there, give your vision." And then pray, your mind becomes through the karma and prayer, mind becomes pure, and then mother will appear. So without doing that karma, those who think that I shall reach the state of actionless state, that is a very wrong idea. And that will bring suffering only. Okay, so we end here. Is there any question? I don't think any question.
Yes, I want to just say very quickly is that about how you said about the ego. And the Christ said, I and my Father are one, which he's saying as he is the big ego. The little ego has surrendered to the big ego, and he has become one, the main ego. And so
who can go to that level?
Yeah, and so then we can say that ourselves. We can say I and my Father are one, and we can say that over and over, and that's a kind of mantra to make ourselves believe that we're not the little ego individual. We're all one. Yes, but then another thing is that people the big thing is like a superior and inferior thing, and I won't go too deep about that. I won't, I promise. But you have like new and aspiring individuals. You want to say they're like slaves, or in a way. Then you have the master, who is like the older ones in like spiritual group, and the aspiring ones have shot up to working hard. They have built an empire of aspiration and dedication, and now this creator is pouring like gobby, like this is our new and the severe, like the older ones are gonna push them down. They cannot have that, and so then the young ones have to kind of say, I am my Father one. I'm sorry, but I am it who I have sought, and you cannot push me down because I am part of the big ego. And in a way that about what you said about you can't say you know everything, but then you have to know with who you are, I can't tell you that you're nothing, you're not, you know what I mean? Okay, do you understand that? Do you know what I mean? And I can't really talk too much about that, but I know, and I can't do that, but the younger ones have to be okay with going forth and feeling that it's okay to be the big ego. And yeah, I feel that. And it's very important. Okay, I don't have to say that.
Yeah.
And you can't talk too much about it because it's a big thing that's going on about people can't feel one of we're all one and we're all part of the big ego of and there's and it's very difficult. I know it's the most difficult.
That's why cry and weep and do all these things what they have said. You do work, you do unselfish work, you pray, you cry, you say I am my ego, take away this ego, then small ego will go away. then big ego will come up. So that is a practice everyone will do.
Even the cosmic gods and angels push, the masters down if they go beyond these cosmic gods because they cannot and they look down upon you. I know, and I won't talk about it, but that's a big thing. That's what's going on. I don't want to talk about it. Okay.
It is not a question of talking. It is you are saying the right thing, but only we have to work on that to get out of the small ego. We have two egos, unripe ego and ripe ego. Small ego, big ego. Big ego is God, and small ego is this. So this has all types of difficult things, but in other ego is the pure ego, and that ego is the God's ego. Okay, let me end this class here. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Sri Ramakrishna-arpanamastu. But then there is a question has come, so after that, let us see if anyone has any question. If trying to get a job means that I have to be dishonest, or otherwise who are ready to be so get ahead than me in competition and get the job, then in such a case, should I try for a different job? Oh my God. It's a very practical question.
Necessity knows no law sometimes.
It is a very practical question. Yes. I as a monk, I cannot say that you take a dishonest path. But competition, in the world of competition, you will have to be ready to compete. And in whatever way the worldly language, world understand the language, you have to speak in that language, not in the language of Vedanta, what we are here. It is not, we should be intelligent to live in the world, main point. We should be very truthful, very honest, very sincere. We should understand that it is the play of the Lord is going on. But we have to understand play of the Lord is going on, but these through the three gunas. There will be some sattvika people, there will be rajasika people, there will be tamasika people. And in every field there will be mixture of these. So when we have to fight with a tamasika person, you will have to use the tamasika weapon. When you have to work with a rajasika person, you have to use your rajasika nature to show, because otherwise he will not understand your sattvika stand. So if you have to work with a bad guy who is coming with a gun to kill you, so you should have to keep two guns on your two pockets and bring out two guns, double gun, and then he'll say, okay, surrender. But if you so and then they'll threat you and kill you more. So in the world of reality, this is the question, tamasa, raja. Though you are sattvika person, the Gita, Arjuna is such a wonderful person as a person. His character, truthfulness, this, that, everything is there. But in the fight, in the world of fight, you have to use the language. That's why in the early days, war was also, the rules were there. That anyone feeling that if you have no, you are fighting with a sword. If someone's sword is fallen from the hand, you cannot hit him that time. You allow him to take a sword and then fight with the sword with sword. Knife with knife. Nothing, hand with hand. So these are the rules of earlier rules. But this is the way to live in the world. If you go to a sattvika person, you will behave one way, you will talk one way, they understand you in another level. And when you go to the very worldly person, you have to speak in their language, then they will not understand you. But not at the cost of your values of life. So this is the inner value, but inner truth remaining the same. We should have to take such measures. So in job situation, we will have to be intelligent and to work in the way it functions. World has a language. Every business has its business language.
It's very difficult. It's very difficult. Very difficult.
Huh?
It's very difficult.
Very difficult.
It's very difficult to play that balance game of being spiritual and because you have to eat and survive and have a home, but you have to get along with the tasmatic, with what is it,
Rajasi.
those people. You have
Yeah.
to learn how to work with
Yeah,
if you
so
want to eat and have a home and
but you can adjustability is also another thing to learn by the spiritual people. Spiritual people will be very adjustable. You'll have to live in such a way they're better as Holy Mother. Holy Mother Sarada Devi is the greatest example of adjustability. He is adjusting with the greatest spiritual giants like Vivekananda, Brahmananda. Which is adjusting with in those days, she is a village woman from the context. The British lady or Ireland from Nivedita is going and all the Sarah Bull and others are MacLeod and she's talking with them in the same level. And the language, they feel that there's their own mother. And she's feeding them food and talking with them, behaving with them. The same Ma is behaving with a crazy guy in the village of Kamarpukur, Jaramat, So she has taught us how to live with adjustment because the whole world is adjustment. External. Internally, you don't adjust your principle, but externally, you have to adjust with the situation. Right?
very quickly, like in an AA, which is the Alcoholics Anonymous, they do not have a person who doesn't have an alcohol problem helping somebody, a recovered alcoholic always helps a alcoholic because how can you help somebody if it's a problem? That's why spiritual masters will have lifetimes with ignorance because they have to know what ignorance is, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, and so then when you have so many experiences and you are so valuable, like an AA person who can help somebody recover from alcoholism, and that is like, they put you on the pedestal, and then when a spiritual master overcomes so many ignorance, then you can help to understand, and you can help them, and I will stop there, but that is what's so valuable. You are so valuable if you have all those everything that people have, and you overcome and you go and help these people like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll end here today, and tomorrow will be our gospel class, and at 7:30, gospel class. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace.
Okay.